Hello, and welcome to today's Demo Jam. My name is Jodi Wagner, and I'm a Salesforce MVP. And alongside me is Salesforce MVP Tal Frankfurt.
Thanks, Jodi. Today's Demo Jam is part of a series of Demo Jams for Salesforce Accelerate graduation. Salesforce Accelerate is a 12-week program designed to provide the insights and support companies need to strategically align with Salesforce and grow with AppExchange. Today's participants include HighSpot, NeuroRead, Isert, Interlace Health, AutoRabbit, and Zencraft. Now let's get into the rules. Jodi?
Thanks, Tal. Everyone has 3 minutes to demo your app. You cannot use slides. One winner will be chosen by you, our audience. You cannot vote for your own company. And the winner of today's Demo Jam will compete in the Mega Demo Jam on Wednesday, June 24th. So before we get ready to start demo jamming, just a quick note of housekeeping. I will give you a 30-second warning that sounds like this. And then once it's your time, your 3 minutes are up, it'll sound like this. All right, let's get ready to rumble.
I love it. Okay, HighSpot is our first demoer today. HighSpot is the sales enablement platform that reps love. They empower companies to elevate customer conversations that drive strategic growth. With 90% average monthly recurring usage and global support across 125 countries, HighSpot is the highest rated sales enablement solution on Salesforce AppExchange, G2 Crowd, Google Play, Apple App Store, and more. So I have Brady with me here. Brady, are you ready?
I am, and I just want to double check. Can everyone see my screen and hear me all right?
See you and hear you. Good luck.
Perfect. Well, let's start this off and have some fun. And time, are you just going to start kind of when I start clicking around, or?
You are starting now.
Perfect. Today, I'll be walking you through a short demonstration of HighSpot, a sales enablement platform, and the value it can bring to your customer-facing teams, all through Salesforce. As you can see, the entire solution can be accessed via a tab, further driving Salesforce as that single pane of glass for your customer-facing teams. However, today, I'm working as an account executive, and I'm working out of this opportunity, the GHI APAC expansion. As you can see on the right, HighSpot's providing me contextual content recommendations that are all going to be informed by the fields that exist within this opportunity. I'm not asked to dig through a vast library of content. HighSpot's just going to serve it up to me right here. And today, I'm going to be customizing and tailoring this presentation to send over to my champion, because we're going to be doing an executive stakeholder presentation next week. So I just want to get his feedback. Directly from the tool, I have the ability to remix this content. And it gives me the power to rearrange the slides. Maybe there's a couple that aren't going to be relevant. And I know this great case study that will resonate with the executive stakeholder team. I can pull in that PDF into my PowerPoint presentation, drag and drop it. And now I have my personalized and tailored presentation that I can send over to my champion. Without having to download any content, HighSpot supports that workflow directly from the tool, where I can pitch or send that content out directly from the tool. Now, next week, I'll be using a live pitch because I'm going to be giving that presentation via web conferencing. But today, I'm going to email that out to my champion, Roman. Directly from this tool, I can look up all of those CRM objects and relate these activities back into CRM. Send that over to Roman. I can also take advantage of email templates with dynamic fields and pre-related content. And lastly, I can access and create this customized branded microsite. So now, rather than having email attachment after email attachment, my customer, my contacts will get this branded, guided experience to engage with the content and the information that I'm sending over. Now, since HighSpot is sending this information back and forth to my client, I'm not relying on anecdotal feedback to understand how and when they've actually engaged with this content. HighSpot's actually going to give me direct insight all the way down to the second that they've spent on each individual slide, which is just going to give me real-time insight on as a rep, how I can better and more timely follow up. Now, jumping back to where this demonstration started, out of this opportunity, I want to note that HighSpot's been working in the background, logging all those activities for me, taking that time out, and then also missed my last sentence, but I'll stop there. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you, Brady. Jodi, you ready for our next one?
I am. So next up, we have, it looks like a cast of characters from NeuroRead. And NeuroRead is the global supply chain, transportation, and logistics solution that helps freight forwarders, manufacturers, carriers, and wholesale traders deliver with visibility, transparency, and trust. NeuroRead delivers digital rates management, which drives automated routing and rating and track and trace visibility across all modes of transport worldwide. If you're heavily involved in global trade and your success depends on tight synchronization between your sourcing, logistics, and sales processes, then we have the right solution for you on the Salesforce AppExchange. So it looks like we have Joe, Lucas, Laura, Louise, Eduardo, and Ricardo joining us. That's a lot of people.
And we're all set.
All right, so on your mark, get set, demo.
Today's demo will be a day in the life of our customer, Vice President of Sales of a freight forwarder you may have heard of, a little place called Pika Logistics. How can I help you? 2 containers Tuesday? Done. Well, the pots are running low and they needed a quote. I'd send a shipment on my mind. 4 out on the highway, 2 up in the sky. Only 1 was on an ocean line, but I could take it easy. Take it easy. Salesforce and NeuroRead know how to please me. I lighten up, cause now I can. NeuroRead is my best friend. 5 steps and my shipment's locked in, so I can take it easy. I consolidate containers, reconcile my payments, manage rates digitally. International freighters are 20-foot containers from sea to shine and sea. Call me crazy or just plain lazy. I went paperless so fast, competition can't catch me. No more looking for my stuff, control tower is enough. My customers always know what's up, so I can take it easy. Manufacturers and traders, forwarders and freighters, time to cross that digital line. Visibility, transparency, trust me, every cargo scan is thine. Take it easy, take it easy. Email big to make it crazy. Call me lazy, they digitally pay me. I went from full to cash so fast with no delay. NeuroRead makes it easy. It says what they do easy. Get your NeuroRead. Foundation, Salesforce, NeuroRead. Yeah.
Wow, nice work, everyone. That's awesome.
I think I want someone to play music and have backup dancers the next time I demo to a client.
We're available for hire. Thank you very much.
Awesome. So Tal, I'll hand it back over to you.
Okay, our next demoer is Isert. They are an experience for Salesforce So their experience for Salesforce is seamless, native integration that provides account managers, business development professionals, and sales managers powerful, intuitive contract lifecycle management tools within CRM system customers use to perform best. We have Nathan here. Nathan, you ready to sing too, or what do you have for us?
Yes, sir, I am. Can you see my screen now?
I can hear you and see the screen. You're
Wonderful.
Starting now.
Thank you. I'm going to walk through today the sales process agility using Isert platform. Isert platform is a market leader in enterprise contract management, and I'm going to show you how some of our customers are using our platform to bring agility to their sales process. So I'm a sales rep working on an opportunity here, as you can see, and I have two products here. What I'm going to do is I'm ready to start my contract negotiation. So I'm going to kick off the contract process by just simply clicking on this button. That's going to take me and generate the whole bunch of clauses and rules that are required for the contract for this particular customer opportunity, and then generate the contract. So now the contract is done. I can go back in here and open up my contract right from the screen here. I can just double click this contract. And I wanted to review this and send it for approval because this is all set and it's all pre-wired for me, in bringing all the data from the opportunity right away. I don't have to make any changes to the contract here. As you can see, all the data is all brought in from opportunity, and you can see the three products that was part of the opportunity is also brought into the contract. Now, what I want to do is I wanted to check for the contract, some of the clauses here, and I thought that there was a security clause that was too verbose, and I wanted to replace this clause. I want to check if there is a alternate clause available that's much simpler and easy for customer. Yes, I do see it. So I just click on that and say use this clause and save changes. Now that's done, and I'm ready to send it for approval because this security clause is already included into my contract, and customer can make use of this clause and send it for review. So this is now completed, and I can now send this contract, assemble the pricing that that's required, and then I can send it for approval. All from within the Salesforce interface. I don't have to move anywhere, so I can send for approval. The contract is now ready for approval, and it's gone. As you can see here, it's validating, and then it's going, and it's done. Now, if I come back to my opportunity here, I can see that the contract is now in approved state. So I can start working with my downstream process. The contract is approved. That's my first step. Now, I wanted to show some more additional stuff. Like you can see here, I want to search some metadata here that's relating to the advertising. I wanted to quickly search if there's any advertising clauses that's available. Yeah, that's here. So I can see a quick search here. At the same time, I can also run some reports here to check what are my clauses that's available in the contract. So this is a reporting tool as well, available on the platform for customers to use it. And finally, there is a chatter interface as well, where it brings all the data that happens as part of the interface. You can see it. Thank you.
Thank you, Nathan.
Okay, so next up we have Interlace Health. As they get set up, we'll just give you a quick some quick info on Interlace Health. Interlace Health has close relationships with their diverse healthcare partners, and they've equipped them with comprehensive understanding on healthcare workflows and how doctors and nurses and staff interact with each other and their patients. Because Interlace Health is fully immersed in healthcare, they're able to create remarkably intuitive and effective solutions for the industry. The registration process is a healthcare organization's first impression with patients, and it's often not a good one. Paper-reliant systems are slow, cumbersome, and disengaging. Patient intake solutions by Interlace Health provide a streamlined registration experience, making it fast, fluid, and friendly from any location. This promotes patient engagement and leads to a better experience for patient healthcare workers. So we have Cliff Babbitt with us, who is going to be demoing Interlace Health application. So are you ready to go, Cliff?
I am. Thanks, Jodi.
Okay, timer starting now.
All right. So if you've ever been to a doctor, pretty much anywhere you may have had the experience of filling out a form on paper, going into the office 15, 20 minutes before your appointment. I'm going to walk through a process where a patient can log in through the Salesforce communities and fill out the form online without having to come into the waiting room 15 minutes early. So Laszlo is coming in for a cardiology follow-up visit, and he gets a form on his phone. He could even be filling this out in the parking lot before he shows up. But he gets that reminder, and all the data is sent from his electronic health record. So Epic, Cerner, Meditech, Allscripts will be populating the data on the form. So all Laszlo has to do here is validate that the information is correct. He may update whatever he needs to, but then he may also scan his insurance card, take a photo of that. Whatever is required on the form, and then that is uploaded both to Salesforce and potentially back to the record in the EHR. And we can also have logic that takes him through additional details. So if he says that he has allergies, maybe we ask which one. If he indicates latex, we may want to pass that on and create an alert on a dashboard that I'll show you in a minute. We could also have COVID screening questions that he fills out at his convenience. And then, again, all of these questions can have nested logic where, if he fills out an arrhythmia type, maybe we ask what kind, and even what kind of ventricular arrhythmia here. So he fills all of that out and completes the form, maybe even signs it with his finger in the parking lot. And so Laszlo signs it, and he's done. Now the form can be submitted, and I'm going to switch over and show you what that looks like from a care coordinator's perspective. So in the office, I can see what's going on across all of the visits. I can even drill down and see that Charles Allard has reported maybe there's a clinical alert here, and I can drill down and see some detail there. I can also go in and see the form itself that Laszlo has created in an 8.5 by 11 type format online. And then at the end of the process, I can go check Laszlo in and say, yep, everything looks great. I'm going to go ahead and send him a text message and have him come in so he doesn't have to wait in the waiting room. He comes right into the office. And it's a great experience for Laszlo, and it completes his compliance. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Cliff. That's great. Making it easier to not have to wait in 15 minutes ahead of time with your appointment. So I'm going to hand it off to you next, Tal.
Okay, next one is AutoRabbit. AutoRabbit Vault provides comprehensive backup and recovery for Salesforce data, metadata, and more. It allows you to backup, compare, replicate, restore, and archive your Salesforce data. AutoRabbit replaces deprecated Salesforce data restoration that is being officially phased out by Salesforce in July. It provides reliable recovery, leveraging extensive daily rollback without data loss. Meet your data and metadata audit and compliance needs. So we have two demoers today. We have Adrian. I guess, Adrian, you're the carrot, and Peter, you're the rabbit?
Yep.
Okay, great. Let's start.
Great. Well, hey, I'm just closing out my quarter here in my Salesforce, trying to work on a couple of accounts, and I can't find them anymore. And my God, I report to two bosses that treat me like slaves in Mike and Emily, and I can't find my data. I guess I'll have to call on the rabbit to see if he can help me get my data back. Rabbit, are you there?
Yes, Rabbit is here. Can you hear me, Adrian?
Yeah, I can. Welcome, Rabbit. Thanks. I've lost a couple of accounts, and I wondered if there's a possibility of getting my data back, because I really need it to close out my quarter.
Yes, Rabbit is here to help, and you're in safe hands, and you are using our Vault product, and all your data is backed up.
So I understand that you lost the account, and there are two ways to restore it. Like the first one is you can directly get into, and select the last backup, and you can be able to click and restore it. Or I can do it in a little different way, where I can compare before restoring. So I can get into my compare, and I can see that there are 3 backups. So I select the latest one, and I can go ahead and click on live compare. So what it's going to do is it's going to compare my data and metadata before, even with my live org, before I back it up. So here, you want the data to be backed up. I believe it's your account data, right, Adrian?
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah, let me click on account. So what it's going to do is it's going to pull all the live comparison here, and I can see that your 2 accounts have been deleted. Like the ones marked in the red are the ones which are deleted from your org. Is this the data what you want to recover?
Those are the 2 accounts. I'm so glad that they're in the backup.
Yes. So it's pretty straightforward. What you do is you just click on these 2 accounts and you click on restore. So here, the data should be back up in your Salesforce org. Let the process complete, and once it's complete, it should be in your. It should be restored. And I can see that the summary of this, and you should be able to go ahead and see the data out there.
Yeah. So this restores directly back into my production.
Yes, and if I get into my completed process, I can see that the status is all done and it's completed, and your user data is back.
Wow, that's fantastic. I can actually see my data and complete my my close for the end of the quarter now on these 2 accounts. I don't know why every company is not using AutoRabbit Vault to back up and protect their data.
Yes, every company should use the backup strategy, because it becomes more critical where even Salesforce is stopping the backup, and the recommendation from the Rabbit would be used to use our Vault product.
Thanks so much, AutoRabbit. We'll talk to you later.
Thank you.
Wow, that was right on time.
That was that was great. Thank you. And as someone who worked for a company that had to do that $10,000 backup from Salesforce, yeah, it's definitely needed. It wasn't me though. So next up, we have Zencraft. So Zencraft adds delivery experience solutions across every Salesforce cloud. We help retailers and commerce companies automate returns and answer what is my shipment status and fulfill orders on the Salesforce platform. So we have Mike from Zencraft with us to do the demo. So Mike, are you ready to go?
I am, thank you. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. All right, great. Thank you for that introduction. So today I'm going to quickly walk you through how Zencraft adds functionality to the Salesforce platform, both increasing the customer experience as well as improving with operational efficiencies. So we're all familiar with this sort of page. We're looking at a product detail page on Salesforce Commerce Cloud. And one of the missing pieces of information is when can I have it and how much will it cost? So if I complete my address here, we can see the application is presenting me with 2 options for when I can have this item. One is a premium and one is standard. What happened in the background there is the application went to the carrier, DHL, padded that with the SLA that the warehouse is providing, and is actually providing the user with a date that they can have this item by. So we're all familiar with this functionality. The next piece of functionality that we're going to look at would be at the point of checking out. So we've added my address, maybe updated it to a different location and reran that same process, but we can also present the user with the option of picking it up. So this could either be at a store location or at one of the carrier locations, depending on where the customer is located. So for instance, we might all be familiar with picking up packages at Whole Foods or CVS or Walgreens. These are all pickup locations for these carriers. So the user has the option of diverting that package to one of their local stores that they might go and pick it up from. I'm going to change hats now and jump over to order management. So now we've seen this order come into Salesforce Order Management, and it's time to actually get these items out the door. Zencraft can also help with packing these items into containers, interfacing with the carriers, and providing the necessary shipping documents to fulfill this order. We can also integrate with a third-party warehouse and provide tracking functionality. So now I'm a warehouse user. I need to pack these items into a container and get the shipping documents from the carrier. In this case, it looks like the user chose UPS. So we can pack these items into a container. We could recalculate the rates at this point if we wanted to. And I'm going to click ship. At this point, we would print the shipping label, create a record of this shipment inside of Salesforce Order Management, which is also connected to Commerce Cloud. We've just gotten the tracking number back. We have the shipping documents sent to a printer. We also support hardware, so you can print your thermal printers or any printer that you might be using to print your trade documents. And then finally, the last step is managing the customer relationship. So much of the interaction that the customer would have at this point would be, where's my order? We can provide that visibility here. We can also send a branded email notification to that customer, letting them know that their item is shipped, and bring them back into the commerce experience. So they have the opportunity to see Einstein content slots for recommended cross or upsells. So thank you very much for your time. And that's ZenCraft.
Thanks for that, Mike. That was great. And I think everybody is getting everything under the sun shipped right now, so probably really helpful.
Thank you.
Great. And thank you to all our presenters. I think that voting is about to start. Right? Do we have a voting slide? Jodi, can you see it? There we go. Great. So this demo jam is a little different. Voting is open for the next 24 hours. So please go to the link on your screen that you see on the beautiful slide and only vote one time. The winner will be announced tomorrow at 12 p.m. Pacific time on Twitter at DemoJam, #DemoJam. So follow the AppExchange on Twitter for the latest. Jodi, you're muted.
Thank you. Thanks everyone for participating today. Join us for our next demo jam on the 17th, tomorrow at 12 p.m. Pacific time. And watch the winner of this event complete in the mega demo jam on the 24th at 1 p.m. Pacific time. And don't forget, you can always see all the apps at appdemojam.com. There are our next demo jams. And just to give a little shout out to the Accelerate program, Emily, if you have the slide real quick, thank you. So if you're not aware of the Salesforce Accelerate program, like all these people on the call are today, it is a virtual program designed to provide the insights and support companies need to strategically align with Salesforce and grow with the AppExchange. The current Grow cohort ran 100% online from April to June this year with 18 in-market growth stage AppExchange partners. So definitely, check out the salesforce.com/accelerate site to get more information. And really the objective of the program is to help accelerate the revenue ramp of these companies through the program of active mentoring, product and go-to-market knowledge transfer, access to Killer Advisor Network, and strategic alignment with Salesforce. And I cannot recommend the program enough. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone. Thanks, Jodi.
Thanks.